What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be watching and reacting to my game versus 11 Assassin in King of the Court NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. 11 right now is one of the bigger sweats in my team. And honestly, it's crazy because his team isn't all that special. So as we dive into this, smash that subscribe button. I appreciate all the support on the channel. I mean, his team's good. Don't get it twisted. His team is good. I'm just saying, like, I've got a better team, right? Like, I've got Embiid, I've got Scotty, I've got, you know, a better team than 11 does, in my opinion. Willis Reed obviously is super annoying to play against. Every time I play against Willis Reed, I do get mad. So early on often, you're seeing I'm already getting up. Why? Because I feel like the more you sweat like I just did right there, the better chance you have to win. And this took place Saturday night, as I get a bump early on there. But this took place Saturday night. And I really didn't want to lose a game, right? Like, my goal was just to not lose a game throughout King of the Court. And I still haven't lost one at the time of recording, because every game that you don't lose, like, is just I kind of icing on the cake. That's a bad possession right there. That's a bad possession by me. Taking that up with Jason Kidd. I love Jason Kidd as much as anybody, but the one thing about it is he can't really go up on people. So again, I like watching this back, seeing what I could have done different in certain situations. He's playing obviously great defense as it stands. And again, I see a lot of comments after these videos that are like, Ty, your offense is made by back cutting. My whole thing is, in competitive my team right now, offense is hard to come by. It is. You watch a game like me and 11, you watch me and Jin, you watch any of these top guys, it is hard to score on a pretty consistent basis. It genuinely is. So, and it's just one of those things. Every point is so valuable, so important. 11, trying to get to that fade with J Kidd, played pretty decent defense on it. And that's a bad, honestly, decision by me. Like, I'm fine. There is no reason for me, when his Jason Kidd is stuck there with the ball, for me to gamble and then, ultimately throw myself out of position. There's just no reason to do that. Obviously, I did, and, it didn't work out in my favor, but there's just no reason that I am gambling in that type of situation. Did get a foul call there. I love Jack Sigma, man. I think Jack Sigma is so elite on this game. Did get a foul call, knocked down both free throws, and we're up to an early 5-3 lead. Pretty solid lead early on in this one, especially knowing, like, he won the jump ball. So if I can win the first quarter by, like, I don't know, 3 or 4, I'm going to be in really good shape heading to the second quarter. In these type of games, I'm not really trying to flood, because I mean, obviously if I can, awesome. But I know, he could have shot that with Sigma. I know 11 is, there's the Willis Reed factor. Willis Reed is so annoying, but I know 11's really good, and it's going to be tough to beat him in general. So if I can find a way, then awesome, but it's super tough. A really bad shot there with MC Dub. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really bad with Michael Carter-Williams right now. I'm not even gonna sit here and sugarcoat things, guys. Right now, I am really bad, really poor with Michael Carter-Williams. I do need to continue, obviously, trying to get better with him, but it's ugly on a pretty consistent basis right now with him. Good defense there on Jason Kidd from Scottie Pippen, and we're off to the races. So as you guys can see, a defensive slugfest absolutely in this game. And again, this is how competitive games are going to be. I feel like it is just so tough to score sometimes. And even when you think you get a decent shot, it's not actually a decent shot. Like, that's a prime example. You think it might be an open with Sigma, and it's not. But it's not just me. At least I'm not the only one that struggles to score. That's the one thing I can't give up, was the slip. I gave it up. And he deserved an and one there. I'm not gonna lie, he deserved an and one. He got an and one. I can't sit there and hate on that at all. So honestly, I was hoping to be up, 3 to 4 points heading into the second quarter, and that is not looking too good right now, right? It's not looking too good. Again, I'm struggling to score. There's just not a whole lot going well. And again, my guys are just all over the place right now. Can I just space the floor a little bit, please? Like, again, just a little. I'm not asking for a ton, but my guy's spacing right now is just is really rough. And so this is just another bad possession, to be honest, and he gets another stop. Thank goodness for the shot clock violation. Otherwise, he would have been in transition. But this is about as rough of a first quarter as you can have. I'm being honest. I don't know if I can have a rougher first quarter, rougher start to the game. But that's fine, right? Still a lot of time left. He honestly could have thrown the slip probably there, and probably would have been another bucket, to be completely honest with you. Like, I was not in the best position. Great play by KG right there. And that is a massive swing. Massive swing, right? I'm struggling to score. I'm not in any rhythm. So why not have a little defense lead into some easy offense? Michael Carter-Williams cashes in on the freebie. And just like that, it's back to a 1-point game. Again, we were just down 4. He had the ball. We made a great swing. Got a big time stop and one on the other end. And that leads into an illegal screen. I mean, you talk about swings of a game. You got to mention that one. And even there with Michael Carter-Williams, like I feel like I could have kept going and got an easy land. He honestly played that without Harrington. 2K just didn't give him the steal. That was honestly really solid defense by 11 right there. And I don't know how he missed that dunk either. Like, again, I feel like I was in decent position, but I feel like he definitely could have dunked that right there. And just like that, we're back up 3 somehow, some way. Should be a steal, guys. Like, I don't know what else I can do. I feel like that's got to be a steal in that situation. We get a stop. I'll take it, right? A 3-point lead heading into the second quarter. That's what I was asking for, right? Obviously, again, it didn't go to plan necessarily, but that's what I was asking for. I can't really complain a whole ton. And I read a lot of comments that are like, Ty, well, why do all you do is send back cuts? Do y'all want to enlighten me how you would score against 11's defense? Because I would love to know down below in the comments. And again, 11 is one of the best defensive MyTEAM players. Like, he is. I will always respect, you know, the way 11 can play defense, because it's really tough to score against, especially on a on a consistent basis. So I obviously am struggling right now. Could have maybe taken the leaner right there, but I feel like a lot of times I just get in these in-between stages, accidentally click the wrong button there. But I feel like a lot of times, especially right now in this game, getting in these in-between spaces, right, the mid-range area, and there's just not a whole lot going on. Thank goodness I was able to get in transition right there and get an easy one. And that's honestly how I've scored a lot of my buckets so far. I've been so bad offensively that I've had to score in transition more times than not. But the crazy thing is, 11's dealing with the exact same thing. Like, that's a good bucket right there, but you know, there's just no easy scores in the half court. And again, it just boils down to the fact that both of us defensively can really lock down and play a lot of defense. So, you know, it's just going to be an absolute slugfest more times than not if I do match up with 11. And I just need to find some sort of flow, because that's the thing right now, is it's like, right now I'm not in any sort of flow. I'm trying to find it, but he's obviously playing great defense, so it's definitely not easy. And so again, a lot of people all the time say, Ty, all you can do is back cut. Tell me what I'm supposed to do defensively, and don't say, oh, just learn how to dribble, because that is not honestly how you know, how to score on this game or in most 2Ks. Like, yeah, I can help you occasionally, but more times than not, it's just not a good situation. Again, 7 on the clock. This is great defense. If I do anything to bail him out here, I'm going to be mad at myself. He honestly had a good take right there. And look at Kevin Garnett coming over and saving the day. Honestly, just coming over and saving the day. I actually think I got good spacing here, but again, he just plays good defense. That's really what it's boiling down to right now. I feel like more often than not is, I feel like I'm in fine position, but he's playing great defense. And that happens, right? He's got Kwame, he's got Larry Nance, he's got Michael Carter-Williams. He's got a lot of good defenders out here. So I don't expect it to be easy to score, but how difficult it is right now is kind of insane. Again, late in the shot clock, should be a stop. I low-key gave that up to Larry, but I was back. Like, I was back with Kwame in a good position. They just didn't let me get the stop right there, which is tough. Finally, I get to something. I get to the Jason Kidd fade. It's been, you know, waiting all game long, and I finally got to it and knocked it down. It was only it only took a whole entire game. There we go. We're finally getting into some rotations, right? Like, finally making some things happen. Hit Jason Kidd on the back cut right there, and we finally got our first lead, a decent lead in a long time. Here I'm out of the play. I look and see I've not committed a foul yet in the quarter, and so I do take a foul. Those are the small things that in these type of games can be the difference between you winning and losing games ultimately. Like, those type of things, you know, make up the difference. So again, just trying to stay attached, not give him anything easy right here. Again, great defense all across the board. If he hits this, he hits it, but it's great defense. 11 on the shot clock. In this situation, you should never give up a bucket. It's what I always tell myself. This late in the shot clock should never be a bucket. Somehow his Clay cuts in front of my Andrew Wiggins and gets one. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't honestly know how that's a bucket. Here, the situation is one shot, right? Hold for the last shot. See if we can get a bucket to ultimately end the half. That's my goal, and if I don't, that's okay too, right? I'm fine if I have to take this lead going into the halftime break. Tried to dot something here in the last possession of the game to Joel Embiid. Thought he'd swing with Willis Reed. He didn't. So ultimately, heading into the break, we're in fine position, but it's nothing crazy, right? It's just not a crazy position that I love right now. So heading into the second half, I mean, I need to figure something out. That's great defense by him. I should have just thrown the ball to Jason Kidd, and he gets a transition opportunity. Another score in transition. Just track the transition scores, the transition opportunities. If we're not in transition, we struggle to score. It really is that simple to understand. If he presses square, that's a steal 10 times out of 10. Should have just taken that with Bazelis, honestly, is what I should have done. Like, I feel like I had an opening with Bazelis, but I didn't take it right there. So it's a tough situation. Sometimes it is just what it is on this game. I feel like I could have got to my fade. And a lot of times I feel like I'm passing up dunks. Like, do y'all see it? I feel like I'm just overpassing. Got a decent look with Scotty there. I just obviously shredded it. But I feel like that's oftentimes what I'm doing is I feel like I'm in fine position to get a bucket, a dunk, and I don't do it. Like, I just don't take the opportunity that's there. And then I give up a three. So just like that, we went from being up, 4 to now down 3. Again, this is, I feel like, against 11, what I need to do more of. Just get to the cup. Obviously, with Jason Kidd, it can be difficult at times because he can't really dunk. But with the other guys that I got on my team, it should not be this hard to get to a dunk. It really shouldn't be this hard. So I feel like that's kind of what I was trying to think about to myself is don't overcomplicate the situation. Thank gosh, my MC Dub stepped up there. We got to stop. And again, this is an open floor situation. I should have went up with, but it's tough though. Like, I think to myself, maybe I should have went up there, but it's Larry Nance that's sitting in the paint. So I don't know. That's the toughest shot I might ever make. Scottie Pippen fading from that deep. I mean, that is just such a tough, such a difficult shot. Yes, Scottie Pippen fade going left is really good, but that is not an easy fade whatsoever. That's probably the most difficult shot maybe I made all weekend in this type of a setting. So again, we're back up to, can I find a way to find some separation in this game? I think I should be able to. Like, his lineup out here right now offensively is nothing crazy, is nothing special. Right there with Jack Sigma, and somehow Kendall Gill flies above my Jack Sigma and gets a dunk. I don't know. I felt like I was in good position. Obviously wasn't in good enough position there, but it's just tough when you feel like you're in good position. And here it's just like I'm just running around. Find an MC Dub, and I should have probably just taken the midi. He comes over with Larry. It's good defense. Like, yeah, there's certain things I could do, but at the end of the day, that's great defense. And that's like the thing for me is offensively, like watching this back, I was terrible. Like, I really was bad. But it's like, it's tough a lot of times to do anything. Look at the defense there. Can I find a way to score in transition in an open court situation? Like, what is my spacing though? Like, sometimes I just look at the game and think, what is my spacing? Found an opening with Jack Sigma, and we knocked it down. We're up 3. Notice, defense leading to offense, right? Again, no, I didn't necessarily get transition points there, but his defense wasn't fully set, and that's what I was able to capitalize on. Right there. And so it's just kind of another open floor situation that I was able to capitalize on. Another open floor situation here. Jack Sigma, I got to just shoot it. I just got to shoot it with Jack Sigma. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just got to shoot the ball with him. Do throw it over to Michael Carter-Williams. Somehow my Jack Sigma got that rebound. And now we are up 5. We're in good position. I know I get the ball, I think, to start the 4th. So I'm thinking to myself, if I can find a way to get a stop here, we're going to be in really good position. Because then I can hold for 1. Stop, score, and then he don't get another opportunity. That's my goal right now, right? Obviously, again, it's not necessarily that easy to do, but that's my goal right now. We do send Joel Embiid at Kwame right there late and got another stop. 6 seconds left, plenty of time. With Bazelis, nowhere to really go. Nowhere to go at all right here. That's just good defense. It is what it is. We're up 5, heading to the 4th quarter. In a good position to win the game. It's my ball to start. The one thing about 11, though, and this is why I got to respect 11, is obviously he's good at the game. He's really tough defensively. But at the end of the games, he never, gives in. Like, he will play and sweat his hardest until the clock reads 0. So, again, just another reason that I respect 11 a lot and the way he plays is because it's not easy to beat him over a course of a 16-minute game whatsoever, because he finds his flow, makes things really difficult to do. I put Kwame Brown in here to start the fourth because he's a better defender than Jack Sigma, and I know if I can start this quarter with a stop, we're going to be in business. Boom. Big stop right there, up to Bazelis. But again, it's just like the spacing. It's a tough situation sometimes. I mean, we try to make it work, but it's a tough situation. He made a foul. That's fine. I'll put in Jack Sigma. I'll put in Jason Kidd. Get my best offensive unit in the game. Obviously a good foul by him, but that's okay because now I'm going to get my guys on the floor and we should be able to do our thing. Now, what I notice is his Jason Kidd is on my Scottie Pippen. Again, what I should have done more of throughout the game, in my opinion, is take that dunk right there. Because that dunk right there opens up other things. Like if he has to account for that dunk on a consistent basis, it's going to be tough, in my opinion, for him to get consistent stops, right? And so, you know, those are the things that I obviously think about quite a lot. That could have easily been a steal. But again, we're in good position. Like, this is my thing. No, if I get a stop here, the game is close to over. Like, maybe that's wrong, but that is honestly the way my mind thinks. In this type of situation, he's up against it. I get a stop here, we are going to be in a really, really, really good position. So no threes, obviously, primarily, but getting a stop here would go a very long ways. Good defense by Scottie right there, and we're off to the races once again. Scottie Pippen skying high for the slam. So I know in this game, Scottie hasn't been that great should have been my steal. Hasn't been that great offensively, but look at what he's doing defensively, and again, in transition, making things happen. Just making things shake, which is big. Again, no way I should be giving up a bucket here. That's me. Looking back on it, again, that's me. Yes, Jason Kidd is on his, Jason Kidd is in a bad way, right? My Jason Kidd is on his Willis Reed. So up 6 in this situation. The only thing I'm trying to do is find ways to score the ball, right? Am I worried about using clock? Not really yet, especially in the half court. Like when I'm taking the ball out of bounds, sure, but in reality, not really. And that's just the one thing you can't do. Like, I got to pick up on tendencies. Every time I take the ball out of bounds, right? He wants to send a double team. Why do I not pick up on that tendency? Why do I still throw the scariest of scary passes? It's just ridiculous. It makes no sense. Just lock in, Ty. Here's a situation late in the shot clock. The one thing I can do is give up a 3, and guess what I did? I gave up the 3. So just like that, we're now only up 3. We're now only up 3 just like that. I mean, I don't know what else there really is to say. Just like that, we're only up 3. It is what it is, I guess, but it's just not a position I really want to be in right here, is only up 3. And again, this is box, right? Like, he plays good defense. It's another great possession. But, I mean, a great defensive possession. Bazelis had the height advantage on Clay. And just like that, it's tied. I mean, look at the game. Look at the game. And you can blame me or give credit to 11, but I mean, it's just a mix of everything. Like, things are just going from bad to worse right now, and I'm trying to figure it out and get stops. And in this situation, it's like, all right, one stop in this situation goes a long ways, and his Clay somehow dunks the ball. Look, when I use Clay, my Clay don't be doing that. So I don't know what the situation is that we got to figure out, but my Clay don't be dunking the ball like that. It's the reason I don't use Clay anymore is because of situations like that, right? And just another possession that I'm begging, honestly, at this stage. Like, it sounds sad, but it's like, it's the truth. At this stage, this possession, I'm begging. I got nowhere to go with the basketball at all. Like, it's just box. Nowhere to go. And finally got some room, got some separation, and Jason Kidd does the rest. I mean, genuinely, I was so boxed on that possession until Jason Kidd decided to do his thing. So now I'm up 1. Got to get a stop here. Just got to. And I feel like I've been playing decent defense. It's just like late shot clock bailouts that I can't stop. Another, in my opinion, great defensive possession so far. There's 6 on the timer. Just do not give up a late second back cut, and I'm going to be just fine in this situation. Now, with 2 seconds on the shot clock, I was like, I'm going to my best defensive unit. Get Michael Carter-Williams out there, get Embiid out there, get Kwame Brown out there. Like, get my best defensive unit. I probably honestly should have put Bruce Bowen out there as well, just to give me some slightly more defense. But again, one stop goes a long ways. It goes through my guy's hands, and I'm just thinking, oh boy. Like, at 29, he definitely could have made that. He has to foul. Now I'm shooting free throws with Kwame Brown. I don't hate his free throw, though. So I'm like, okay. And on the first one, I'm late. Maybe I'm nervous, right? Shooting a late on the first free throw, maybe I just am nervous or something because I don't know what else it could possibly be. We do knock down the second one, and now in my mind, it's one stop really ends the game. And he has no timeouts left. One stop here ends the game. My main thing in my mind, I'm going through, okay, I can't give up a 3. He has Willis Reed on the court. There's times you can dot Willis Reed and he can somehow get an open shot. But I was like, you know what? Let's just leave things as they are. I feel like playing good defense, although he's been scoring. It's not easy. Here's where I thought about adjusting Willis Reed's thing, but I'm like, no, I'm just going to leave it and I'm going to get a stop. Like, I'm going to get a stop. Some people may say, oh, Ty, you could foul here and guarantee yourself the last possession. Look, at the end of the day, I trust my defense. Like, right, wrong, or indifferent, at the end of the day, I am going to trust my defense more often than not. That's great defense. We don't jump at that, and we jump at that one. Great defense, 100% smothered to end the game, and we escaped with a big-time win. Shout out to 11, one of the toughest guys on this game for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.